Okay, I should be
Hello.
there now.
All right, we're all good. All right, hello and welcome to the Breakout Racing League here in Tier 3. We are finally back for Equal Tier Racing, as this is the first Equal Tier that will be racing out of the 4, which is Tier 3. We are back from our Christmas and New Year's break. I am your host, Zach the Beast 42. Alongside of me is Quick Tongue, but we'll do your intro later on, as we're here at the legendary Monza circuit, located in Italy. It has 2 DRS straights, one on the main straight, and the second one is after the 2 Lesmos. In the legendary Grand Prix, over the past 2 races here have been legendary in the real life, with Pierre Gasly in 2020 getting that victory, and in 2021 with Ricciardo showing that he's still here and is waiting to pounce on any given Sunday. But, Quick Tongue, now after I'm done my intro, how are you feeling for this Grand Prix?
Feeling pretty good. Watched the F2 and the realistic last night. A couple of great races. Lots of pins came into play. We'll see all those will come out in the incident reports. But looking forward to tonight's race. We've got 3 guys, or 3 people, battling for second place in the points. Ron's out front now with a good 30-point lead, so he should be safe no matter what he does tonight. But Ardell, Gary, and Catra are right there for second. So, looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely, and I will have to pull it up for the standings, as I will have to find it. There it is. Now I'm waiting for my phone to pull it up. But anyway, for quali, everyone on the soft compound tire except for the Alpine of GXR Rage and the Williams of Potato, all on the mediums. So it seems like all these drivers are mostly choosing the softs. And now the question for the weather. I haven't watched F2, but I'm not sure, but you said that you did, so you'll know. Was there any weather involved? But for realistic, it was only raining for 1 session, and even then it wasn't raining that much, and it was only interconditioned in Q1, but after that it was full dry.
Yeah, both of the races were totally dry, so maybe we'll get the winter weather of Italy, which could be rain, could be snow. I doubt it.
It would be nice to see if we got snow, but unfortunately, I doubt that we'll see that, because it would be a red flag. But anyway, as you're seeing already, Slipstream playing a factor and qualifying with Titan and Ardell. Ardell maybe got a bit lucky with it, but still, nonetheless, Slipstream will 100% be a factor in tonight's quali for Tier 3 and even for Tier 4, because if you saw in Realistic, the Red Bull of me and Minico actually tried to get Slipstream from AlphaTauri Bailey, but did not work out in the end, with me getting dirty air in Ascari and with Minico invalidating in Ascari. But like you saw, once again, the Red Bull, Ardell getting the Slipstream from Titan, and he's setting purple sectors, but he did not set a purple sector 2, so maybe not. So Ascari will be a very tricky corner for these guys, especially if you saw in Realistic, and I actually DNF there. So Ascari's going to be the trouble corner for tonight's race. As for the Constructors' Championships, like you said, it's very tight, but we almost saw Gary spin out right there, I believe. I was looking at my phone. But for the Constructor battle, we have Red Bull on top with 234 points. In second place, we have Mercedes, 196 points, 38 points back from Red Bull, with a manageable gap for the Red Bull drivers of Ardell and Mitchie. And then in third place, we have Ferrari, 189 points to their name, 45 behind Red Bull and 7 behind Mercedes. And then we have fourth, Alfa Romeo with 174 points, 60 behind Red Bull, and 15 behind Ferrari. So it seems like Constructors' battle is heating up a little bit between the top 4, but fifth place to have Aston Martin with 132 points to their name, and 102 points back behind Red Bull, and 42 points back behind Alfa Romeo. Alpine 6th, AlphaTauri 7th, McLaren 8th, Haas 9th, and Williams 10th.
Titans put in the quickest time at 20.7. Ardell on that Slipstream kept it really close.
Oh, speaking of Titan, he's crashed in Ascari!
Well, he's out. I think that time will hold up for quite a bit, though.
Yeah, it will, but it seems like Ardell is maybe going for another run. No, he's not. He's actually going in the pit lane. But able to catch that, like I said, Ascari already playing a factor into qualifying. And but the question is, like we said before, will rain be a factor in this Grand Prix?
That's the one thing about Ascari. It doesn't look too tough. It's hard driving in, hard in the middle, and tough coming out. But other than that, it's not really a tough place to drive.
Yeah, it's not. But something we will be adding to the Tier 3 stream from now on is actually pre-race interviews and qualifying. And our first one will be with the guy we're spectating right now, the Alpine of Kieran Evans. Once he's in the pit lane and after his lap, we will do a pre-race interview and ask him how does he feel about the past few races and what his goals are in the future for the Tier 3 championship. So I would wait and tune in, as actually the Alfa Romeo of Dixie Ishigo has actually set a 20.9 in Alfa Romeo, like I said, but it puts him P3, Whiffy P4 for 21.5. So it seems like these lap close. They're starting to ramp up, and like you said, Titan's lap time is holding up right now.
I think 8th through 10th right now just looked at what the qualifying times are and decided they're going to come in and probably put softs on.
Yes, they are, but I believe... No, he's not actually. I thought he was doing another run. As Dixie Ishigo, as I'm waiting on El Taco Man, one of our championship contenders, but has been having a slack of races recently. He's actually getting slipstream from the Williams and Potato, so it already looks like that these guys are picking and choosing. Excuse me, picking and choosing who they want to use for their slipstream. And Taco coming out of Parabolica, go low to the straight line, and he goes P4 for 20.9. Strong qualifying from El Taco so far. As Hidalgo actually retired in the Lesmos, that is a Mercedes, I believe that is Gary on an outlap. He's actually crashed in Lesmo 1, probably got on the gravel a little bit, lost traction, and unfortunately hit the wall and retired. So we will not see a lap time from the AlphaTauri of Hidalgo, as we have 15 drivers, which is really great for attendance. As now I've asked the Tier 3 chat what the weather will be, so we're going to be waiting on that in just a bit. But the Red Bull of AlphaTauri, not Red Bull, the Red Bull of BRL Ardell is on an outlap, and something I did not notice until now, with Alfa Romeo of Hey Catcher is set a 20.8, which is P3. So it seems like Titan's lap has been really quick, and someone's probably going to have to use slipstream in order to even not have a chance, but will put up a fight to Titan's lap.
Well, Ardell's doing his lap, and he's got Gary right on the rear of him, so he's going to do the slipstream down here.
Yeah, but the question is for Gary, he's too far back. Like I said, for me, in realistic, I got dirty air, and it unfortunately ruined my lap. Now, and to me, this actually looks closer than I was to Minico, so I definitely believe that Gary will get dirty air. So I do not believe he will go any quicker unless he's able to prove me wrong. As Ardell, I'm seeing his sector 1 time, I'm not able to get it, but going through sector 2 in the Lesmos, Lesmo 1 is very clean, very smooth on the throttle, and smooth inputs once again for the Lesmo 2, same thing. And let's see what the sector 2 time is in relation to his first sector 2 time.
Kieran Evans is pushing up to 4th position.
Yes, he has. I did not see that. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm actually concentrating on Gary and Ardell's lap time right now. Gary's still on a lap time, though, so it does not look like it has affected him much. But going through Pelabaca, let's see what Ardell can do coming across Verapalca to the start-finish line. He will set a 20.5, which is pole position, and Gary goes P9 with the 21.6.
Yeah, you gotta have soft some. I think they need to break into the 20s.
As I have got... Oh, Gary! Okay.
Went around.
That's doing a little loop. Hit the turn 1 curb. No damage. Unless he has 4 damage or something, but I doubt. But waiting for Kieran to go in the pit lane. That way he can do our pre-race interview. Here he is, and it would be unless you don't know, it would be nice to see if we can get him in the party for pre-race interviews.
Dad Bundy's going through a scurry on his timed lap. Good through there. Looks solid. I didn't see his lap time.
I got Kieran Evans in the party, but I believe I'm looking at lap times now. It seems like everyone is very close to each other. Woofy and the Ferrari on a lap time now, just starting his lap time, is now we've invited Kieran to the party. Now we're just waiting on him to load in and do the pre-race interview with us. Woofy going through sector 1 now. Let's see what he does. A 26.63, 100s up on his sector 1 time. As he hits the curb, it will launch you in the air, and people call it the NASA curb, which I call that as well, but you will not hear me call that in the street. As Woofy actually invalidates coming out of Lesma 1, so it seems these drivers here are now getting the runs in with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to quali. So we have 4 minutes left of quali, and I am excited for this race, really. As Taco's on an out lap, Ron is actually, he actually went up in the P5, actually. I thought he did another lap, but he's P5 with the Ferrari, 20.8. So, really exciting to see how close these lap times are going to be, especially at the end of this qualifying.
Stig's on the second lap of his qualifier. Matter of fact, he's just backed out of it, so going through a scar is very slow. No way he's going to gain time there.
Yeah, DC Ishigo in the Alfa Romeo on his outlap once again. So, seems like all these drivers are getting the laps in now. Once again, at the end of qualifying, I sound like a broken record, but there we go, Kieran. Kieran, are you able to get your
Yeah, it's all done.
Alright, Kieran Evans. We haven't heard from you much really in the championship battle. But now after the Christmas and New Year's break, everyone has recharged their battery, essentially. What do you think you're going to be able to do, and will you think you'll be able to make some noise, but since you're P4 right now in qualifying?
Well, only time can tell. It's one of those, you know. I'm very strong at this track. I've been strong at this track for a good few years, actually. I'm quite happy sat where I'm sat. If I could stay P4, that would be decent for me. I'm going to try to, I know I'm putting my strategy out there, but I think that's the best circuit. I mean, you've got my brother, my teammate, strong on this track as well. He's taking it easy at the minute though, because he feels if he can somehow start behind the points, he can do a medium soft. Isn't a bad strat, because we don't want to end up doubles, which has happened before. You saw it in Netherlands. I don't know. I mean, you go back to Netherlands, even when I was on the wrong tyre, I will admit I was on the wrong tyre. Defence capability to try and was off, and I think it's going to have to do that again.
Yeah, that would be very nice to see from you. Like I said, you made always before you made the curb, and unfortunately eliminated you from the podium as actually DXD goes top of a 24. So it seems like the ex-Tier 4 driver making some noise for him in the Alfa Romeo garage, which will help Alfa Romeo in the Constructors battle, like I said earlier in the stream. But now that brings on my next question, Kieran. Will you and your brother, the teammate Jigsaw Rage, and the other Alpine have some competition for the guys up at the top for Constructors?
I mean, I gotta be honest, very, very, very good question, but it's also a hard one. Me, yes. My brother, I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes, because he's far down the order of championship right now, I believe. I think he's sat in 12th, 13th, on the championship. I'm sat in 6th, 7th, I think. I'm not too sure. But when you come and look at the stats, obviously, I've qualified 4th quite a lot this season. I think if push comes to shove in these last 11 races, I can do well off the start and get in the top 6 of quali. Yeah, I think I can get myself up there. It's not going to be easy, but if I do what I did at Netherlands, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
Well, Quick Tongue, do you have any questions for Kieran Evans before we carry on our stream?
No, that was all solid information. Right now, we have a new leader in Ichigo. Gary moved up to second, Ardell's third, Titan's fourth, and Kieran, you down to fifth place.
Nope, I'm just about to go back out, so I'll catch you boys in a bit.
All right, good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. Well, while we were having our previous interview with Kieran Evans, Gary went P2 with a 20.5 and Ardell went P3 with a 20.5 as well. Only 1600's the difference between the two. So it seems like Dixie has somewhat a marginal gap between P2, which is basically 600's, which of me saying that just shows how close everyone is. The catcher, Ron and Kieran Evans, are now on an out lap. This catcher actually will start her flying lap now as I go on board with her. We're out for her lap, so I will see the track map and all that. But going into turn one, I would brake in between the 150-meter board, which she does go down into second gear, but able to get the traction coming out of the corner. Gets the traction. Gary actually retires, I believe that is in the pit lane. But going through the first chicane, very clean, but going through the second chicane now, make sure you don't hit this. You can flying up in the air, brake in
Ardell
between
just
150-meter board again.
For a flyer.
Yeah, I saw that in the track map. I thought that's what happened, but catcher going through Lesmo 1, got to keep it clean. Not able to sector 1, but was able to improve going through Lesmo 2. Very clean on the throttle as he actually spins and she's out. Oh, that's also a rolling tire. Qualifying is over, so no flying lap for this week apparently. Seems like commentators jinx strikes once again. But Ron going through Lesmo 1, keeping it clean. Don't do what catcher did. Going through Lesmo 2. Going through Lesmo 2 now for Ron, keeping it clean on the throttle. But now, I believe that is the now pin of Kieran actually. No, it's not. It's DXRH. Oh no, I didn't get to him. Oh, he's invalidated. He's in the pit lane, I believe. Yeah, that's someone else going to the pit lane. That is DXD on a lap. 3 lap-old softs. I did not notice that. It's Ardell crossed the line, not able to improve. DXD's gone way wide. He has to back out of his lap. That's going to be the pole time, at least for now. I believe that is a Ferrari crossing the line now. That is Liffey. He backs out. Ron's still on a lap. What will he be able to? He backs out. Who's next? I believe that is an AlphaTauri Stig. Yes, it is. Dixie retires from the session in the pit lane. Stig backs. No
Kieran's
one is
coming through
improving
Parabolica
on
now
their
in his run.
Now he's going through Parabolica now. He's improving. He goes in the pit lane. I believe that's qualifying over unless there's someone else that I don't see.
He's on 2 lap-old tires, so.
He's invalidated. That is qualifying over. Now we just waiting. We're waiting.
You know Kieran's going to blame Zach for putting him in the interview before he had to go back out again.
Probably. But it is what it is.
Well, as it stands, it looks like we got
there it is.
all the usual suspects up in the front.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting race, to say the least. You saw it in Realistic. You probably saw it in F2. Very chaotic and exciting racing. For Realistic here, it was down between Minico, Deer Hunter, and Chandler. Resulted in a Chandler victory. causing a collision between the two. I would say that's just a racing incident, at least in my opinion. But now, this isn't realistic tier, this is tier 3, and I am very excited to see what these guys will be able to do and produce some racing for us here in tier 3.
Oh, it was a little interesting fact that people care about. I found this out that there's a new name for Parabolica. As of last September, they had a 20-year anniversary of the death of a famous F1 driver. His name was Michel Alboreto. I hope I'm not butchering that. But they changed Parabolica to be Curva Alboreto. As a matter of fact, he's the
Very
last
interesting
true Italian
fact.
to have won in a Ferrari, a championship.
Very interesting fact, and rest in peace to him. So now we're just waiting on everyone to load in, as actually we'll look in race tractor for everyone's tires to be on potato, the Williams mediums. I would expect GXR Rage to go on the mediums as well, since that's what Kieran said that he would do. Sit here and wait as we have a 15 drives. Everyone on the mediums except for Potato, and that's Bad Bunny now that is on the mediums. So it seems like the Williams boys are going mediums, and I believe everyone else will be on the softs unless Rage will go on the mediums.
Oh, I know what I was just looking at is we're missing our last man, man who took my place in the Mercedes. Goose Slayer's not here tonight.
You are correct. But now we are starting the formation lap. Excuse me. For tier 3 at Italy, I would not go away just yet. We are due for a very great race. All the drivers getting their tires warmed up do not get themselves disqualified, especially here at Monza, because going into turn 1 with cold tires, not the way to go. All the drivers getting their tires warmed, going through sector 2 now, going through the second chicane. This formation lap is flying by. But I apologize for the sudden stops. I have to get a drink from my Dr. Pepper. I'm a very big Dr. Pepper guy, if you haven't noticed.
Carbonated prune juice.
Yeah. I'm not that type of guy to drink. Well, I drink water, but I don't do it daily like how athletes do it, because I'm not athletic at all.
Well, I'm not even close to being English, Australian, or New Zealand, but I like my spot of tea.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But, oh, Dixie, good. But Dixie going through the grass a little bit and going through the Scary. But now we're in sector 3 now. This formation lap has been flying by, but Dixie actually backing the pack up. I get those two words confused, believe it or not. But all these drivers, that's a great view. Hold on, I need to try to get it again. Well, that sucks, I can't get it. But that helicopter view, or not on board, but the helicopter view on the straight after Scar before Balboa, very, very, very nice to see for that onboard. Is now DXT going through Balboa now. Now the AI will take control of this car anytime soon. There it is. Now we're waiting for all the drivers to line up on the grid, and we go lights out.
No trophies given away for the warm-up lap, but we had no incidents. But that's different.
Yes, let's give trophies to guys that don't crash under formation lap.
All right. We're ready for some F1 in Monza.
Yes, is now DXT's lined up. Waiting for E-Dog to line up. Where's the camera view? Anyway, 5 lights are ahead of the drivers. And it is lights out, and away we go. And seems like we have a great start for the guys at the front. They're going wheel to wheel, going into turn 1. Gary and DXT going wheel to wheel, going through turn 1. Like I said, very deep braking for the 2, as Gary will squeeze DXT on the curb like we saw this year between Max and Lewis, and Gary able to get ahead very nicely, as I'm actually trying to get to the camera, as they're actually about to fucking DXT. And Ardell getting a slipstream from DXT. Will he look for a lunge going in the second curve? He's looking for it, does not. DXT very late braking, able to make the second curve, but still very nice action between 2 3 on the first lap. Seems like everything has calmed down already. So it seems like turn
going
1
into the first the back of somebody, and it took her wide, and she's running last now.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. I believe, I'm not sure if she damaged or not. That's actually Potato looking for a move on Piastri for P12. And I will see if Potato gets this actually. Very close between the 2, and Piastri's looking for a move. Potato lets Piastri have it. Now going through Ascari, Potato almost loses the car. And it seems like and Rage are going at it for P14 right now. Seems like Catcher trying to make her way back through the front, as that's a battle for P6 between Taco and Ron, and Taco will just let Ron through. This is actually a battle for P4 between Whiffy and Titan. Titan getting slipstream from Whiffy very close to the rear gear box. He's going to look on the inside for Whiffy let Titan through. We'll see going through turn 1. Whiffy deeper on the brakes of Titan. There's Titan squeezing Whiffy on the curb. Very clean racing between the 2, and Titan will get Whiffy winner, at least for now. Battle for P8, I believe that is between Yeet Doggo and Kieran Evans. Yeet Doggo able to get the position back, as I believe back off going into turn 4, and yes he does. Once again, a battle for P12 between Piastri and Rage. Seems like Piastri is on the move on, as that's actually now Fatari going very wide, going through Lesmo 1. Excuse me, but it seems like the Ferrari of Ron is actually on the move on, especially since he has a whole bunch of train of cars behind him, very close between them all. So this is going to be very exciting to see, especially when the DRS gets activated, which is actually next lap. Ron goes off a bit. Yes, he does, and he has to let Taco and Yeet Doggo through. Yeet Doggo is actually looking for a move, as Whiffy's actually ahead of DXD for P3. What's happened with DXD? Probably P3 for P4.
Ardell had the fastest. He's still a second and a half though off of Gary. Gary's pulled out a nice lead. This following lap, when we get a DRS, that's going to make all the difference in the world.
And it seems like it's very tight between in the back here. Ron's at the P9. It seems like we're having a yin-yang between the field right now, going back and forth to the front and to the back. Seems like DXT and Ron are the ones going to the back, but Whiffy and Titan are the ones moving to the front.
Yeah, from 3rd to 13th, it's all within a second.
Yes, Catcher's actually went through Piastri for P, so it seems like Catcher, slow and steady, is catching back her way up to the back of this pack here. But she's going to have to do it quickly, since the DRS train is now formed in the battle for P7 between Taco and Kieran Evans. Battle for P3 as well. Oh, they're actually going wheel to wheel. Sorry, will there be any contact? No, there's not. Whiffy's off. Oh, that's a correction. DXT, is that Whiffy out? No, it's not, but that's also DXT off. Seems like going wheel to wheel through Scar is not what you need to see.
Front wing, he's going to have to whip it in.
That is unfortunate to see from the Alfa Romeo Chico, but now that just moves anyone up once again. It seems like, I believe that is Stig looking for a move on Ron. Yes, it is. Deep braking for the AlphaTauri is Stig. Stig will, great defense from Stig. Not from Stig, from Ron is actually, Yeet Doggo is actually past Titan. Yeet Doggo is making its way up to the front as both DXT and Whiffy have to go in the box for lane changes.
Let's keep going with your coming out of the pits with that complete wing damage.
Oh, wheel to wheel between Taco and Titan through Lesbo 1. Going through Lesbo 2 now, as they're both of them will actually get DRS. And Titan's off! Oh no! Titan
to the rear of the field. Changes in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it seems like this could be a make or break race for these guys right now. I believe that is just yellow flag for Titan. It's actually, oh no, I thought I saw. Oh, okay, who was that? That was Piastri going off in a Ascari, doing some off-road racing, getting inspiration from Kimi Räikkönen there. But I believe we're going to see a change for P3 because Yitago does the DRS, but Taco does with Aston Martin. Taco may try to make a comeback for this championship already here at the Monza circuit. Taco not using any kind of ERS. Yitago very deep on the brakes. You saw earlier he was flashing change between Kieran and Ron for P5. But Taco trying to use the battery a bit now, so it seems like Yitago, see that Yitago, he's flashing yellow flag. That is actually Whippy off in Ascari. Seems like Taco probably has the lower wings due to the fact that he's getting the front straight advantage between himself and Yitago. So
Yitago is our leader of the race so far. He's come up 12 positions.
Yes, as we actually changed to the tires now, as I forgot to do that, actually. Taco once again getting the DRS will drag himself even closer to that for Yitago. But if I'm Taco, I need to get around him as quick as I can before that DRS train catches up. But that's actually a battle for P8 between Jigsaw Rage and Bad Bunny. Oh, right, there's Stig. Stig once sliding through Scars. Piastri gets a 3-second time penalty. The first penalty of this Grand Prix. That's actually a position change between Catcher and oh, Bad Bunny. No, they're both drifting. What a save for both of them. Both of them drifting for Parabolic, and that was amazing to see right there. As both of them will get DRS actually, and the guys ahead, so they will live another day in the DRS train. As actually Ron gets past Kieran Evans for P5. Ron once again very deep on the brakes. Kieran hits the curb a little bit, does not affect his car at all. Well, my question is, will we see Ron using his ERS to maybe try and get back at Kieran Evans here? We're going to see he's actually getting to say peak. Yes, he does, to the inside. As he actually backs out of it, tried to... oh, actually Kieran hopping over the curves. Ron once again looking for a move in the Lesmo 1. This is going to be interesting to see between the two. Very clean racing between the two. To say the least, Ron gets a bit of oversteer, and that will head until the DRS straight. If Ron gets a good enough exit, he will be close enough to get around Kieran Evans. We're going to have this almost halfway through the straight already. I do not will get Kieran Evans unless he actually lifts off. And to ensure that he will not get around him is a lot of dirty airs. Bad Bunny gets a 3-second. That's actually curb. Able to save things like Stig is having trouble going through.
Great up on Swanson. We're going to see who's got the... Oh, right, almost used up all his ERS. Swanson is on the button right now. Too far behind Kieran. I think he can go for the turn number 1.
He is too far back. Actually, is that Yitago off? Yes, it is! Herb. He's able to keep it clean. I'm not sure if damage he does not, I believe. But, like I said, Bad Bunny are already a DRS train. So it's going to be very see how close these battles are between Kieran, Ron, Rage, Stig, Catcher, and Bad Bunny. That's no! That's Grand Prix. That's Lesmo 1. That's a safety car.
And out of the race. Our first retiree.
Place to crash since Canada. Oh, unfortunate to see.
Yeah,
seems like an Alfa Romeo.
Fell to the back at the very beginning of the race. Their bearings get a feel underneath, come through the pack. Unfortunate.
Yes.
Oh, 5-second penalty for Ardell collision with Gary.
Oh, did they make contact going in the entry of pit lane? But anyway, I would have to make the assumption that everyone is going to come in the pit lane except for the Alfa Romeo Dixie. Maybe we'll try and extend his tires to the end of this Grand Prix. And Ron is actually on the hards. Very interesting to see. Ron probably does not believe that these medium guys are not going to make the rest of this Grand Prix and will go on the hard compounded tire to essentially gain the advantage and hope that there isn't another safety. and we're gonna have to wait and see what will happen next, especially after the end of the safety car. Piastri on the softs. I wonder if he's gonna go in the pit lane for the mediums. DXT's actually in once again. Piastri, he stays out actually.
Ichigo's going in for another 7 mediums.
Whiffy's in.
Put
The
on
only
something
driver that can
fresh while
stay
they
out.
pack up the pack.
Yes, mediums it is for the Alfa Romeo of DXT.
All in all, we've had an exciting start to this race. The times in qualifying were right around, but realistic what makes me happy for the T3 guys.
Yeah. So, I am just going through everyone on the mediums except for Piastri on the softs and Ferrari of Ron. So, now we're just waiting for the safety car. Really a very exciting lap 1. Probably set the tone for how this Grand Prix is going to be due to how, I wouldn't say chaotic, but how exciting it was, to say the least. And I think that will be the tone of this race. Is actually Ron comes back in probably to go on the mediums as he gets a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane.
Good thing they build these wheels out of carbon fiber because some of these guys would be pounding on them.
Probably. Heat Doggo is in as well on the mediums. I'm not sure why, but I'm not sure if he had any wing damage, but I do know he was on the medium, so probably got a new set, probably was on a scuff set. But now we're just waiting on everyone to catch back up, really.
I think
start this Grand Prix.
Whiffy should be able to catch us back before the end of the lap. I'm hoping anyway. Or it would be one more.
Yeah, it would be one more if Whiffy cannot make it. Actually, I think it'll be 2 more. I'm not sure. 2 or 1. I think he would make it anyway. He was about to enter the second chicane, and the safety car is about to go through a Scary. It's going to be close, at least. Oh, actually, no, it won't. They're going through a Scary now. I think he'll go 1 more lap before the safety car even does anything. Awkward time.
Oh, I'm just looking at the Discord and I'm going to catch them, so they're going around again.
Yeah, he'll definitely catch him this lap. It would be, safety car can't even come in anyway with past the pit lane. So the safety car is going to go 1 more lap, then the race will be
Ron Swanson's
resumed.
coming in 1 more time.
Maybe it's going to be the start of that 5 second. That is smart. Yep, mediums, he's serving it. Yep, he's serving the 5 second. He would rather go through the field than stay out on that 5 second. Really smart play, really. Because I wouldn't have thought of doing that. Really smart of him to think about and act on. Really, a really great move from Ron. I gotta give him that one.
Unlike real F1, in our game of F1, it really pays to, manage your pins, know where you're at on the track, and when you can dive in and eliminate some of them if it's possible.
Yeah, the 5 seconds are removable, but I don't think 10 are, I'm not really sure. 3 seconds you cannot. So, seems like 5 seconds are the only one that you can remove, and you should remove them if possible. The car is in this lap, actually, like we predicted it would be. Bad Bunny, your leader, actually, and Potato. I did not. Wow, I am I am really stubborn for not noticing that until now. Gary and P4 and Taco P5, so these medium guys, I don't even think have pitted yet in this Grand Prix, so they're going to be essentially just roadblocks to these guys behind.
Yeah, it's going to be hairy in the first turn. Let's see who survives.
Bad Bunny's going now. Green flag, green flag, green flag. But it seems like Taco actually got a good start in relation to Ardell. Everyone's going to get that slipstream. Potato and Bad Bunny are actually going to go wheel to wheel going into turn one. Like I said, going to be a roadblock for these guys. And that's actually contact. Oh no!
Went through Potato.
That is actually Potato around. That is really unfortunate. But now there's only one Williams. This is actually Gary and Ardell are going wheel to wheel. Are they going three at Brett? Are they actually going three wide going through chicane one? I believe they were three wide. As that's actually Gary having to go off track a little bit. As that is Taco getting around Bad Bunny to get P3. Yes, it is. So, like I said, turn one, lap one is really setting this tone for this Grand Prix. And Kieran keep P4 making some noise like he said he would. And so is Rage. So it seems like Kieran is keeping his word. You're going, Bad Bunny actually lets Jigsaw Rage through. It seems like Bad Bunny may have damage from that turn one incident in the safety car. But now Ardell, your leader, with a 5-second time penalty in Gary and P2. Now we're going to go back on the main straight. Where Gary slipstream, I believe he had a snap of oversteer. I believe that is Titan actually making an attempt to pass Bad Bunny. Oh no, that's an incident! That is Piastri off! And is that going to be a safety car? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Doesn't work out well for Ardell. He can get into the pits and eliminate his 5-second penalty.
Have to wait and see. And did actually Gary got ahead of Ardell. Gary got ahead of Ardell. There was so much action that we did not pay attention to the battle for the lead.
Yeah, with the
when
back
Gary
of the
got
pack,
around
I didn't see
Ardell.
if he passed him into the safety car or not.
Yeah, I was looking at the middle of the pack. I saw that little crash happen. It seemed like they lost traction and they just both went off, and that's Piastri out of the Grand Prix. I'm not sure who the second driver was, but I do know for a fact it was two. And it was Yeet Doggo actually. Potato is P12. Ron P11 already passing 3 guys under the safety car, so it seems like it's paying dividends really. Once again, having some awkward silence. We're just appreciating the sound of the cars, probably. We're probably looking at our phones right now, looking for any kind of information, and that is actually Ardell in the pit lane. So is Ardell maybe looking to serve that time penalty.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is. That is Bad Bunny and both Potato in, and I believe that is with you as well. Bad Bunny on the softs. Let's see what Potato will do. Softs for him as well. And Yeet Doggo is in for a front wing change. Well, these races for this Grand Prix for most of these guys have been poster.
I think Bad Bunny's just a little bit optimistic. 14 laps on a softs is real tough to get around here. Leads competitively.
Yes, you also gotta chop off those laps of safety car, which will help, definitely, but still a tough task, nonetheless, unless there's another safety car. And if there's another safety car, I believe Bad Bunny has himself in a really good situation. just waiting on Yeet Doggo, which is going through his car. Now as he actually gets the 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits under the safety car. We're just waiting on him. Is actually Bad Bunny is back in the pit lane, probably to go back on the mediums. So it seems like all these guys here are thinking outside the box, really. I applaud all these guys that are doing this.
It is T3.
They're just really smart. Yeah, it is tier 3 nonetheless. All these guys here were placed in some type of tier for a reason. Just
So right now we have to give most improved to Rage. He's moved up 10 spots to 3rd.
yes, he has. Like he said, like you heard in the pre-race interviews with Kieran Evans, he said that Alpine are gonna make some noise here, especially in the end of the season. And they're at now 3rd and 4th, but 4th place gets 12 points. GXR Rage and the other Alpine will get 15 points. That will be 27 points to their name. I don't have it pulled up on my phone right now. And now we are just gonna wait.
Right, safety car in this lap. Let's get ready to go racing. Five-second penalty to Potato for running into E-Dog.
Oh, again? GXR Rage 5-second with Taco? I believe Taco, yes he does. Whiffy, oh, penalties are going all over the place. So, not great to see is gearing up and he is gone. And he actually caught Taco Rage off quite a bit there. And he got everyone off really, so.
He got into it early before Parabolic.
It seems, yeah, Dixie actually got by Stig there, and oh, that's contact between the two. Oh, thankfully, they were able to get out of it. No incident has been made, and Rana is up into P7. I'm looking for the tire compound that everyone's off on. There we go. So now a great start from Gary went before Karabaka, according to you, Tom Quick. Whiffy is able to get through Stig for P9. A little bit of contact between the two in the second chicane as Potato lets Bad Bunny through for P11. So it seems like the Williams and Bad Bunny is trying to make his way up. Doggo is in the pit lane for some old mediums. The closest battle on track as of right now is between Stig, Bunny for P10, and also Titan and Kieran at 4. So it's going to seem like a very exciting end to this Grand Prix, which I'm really, really hyped about. Titan is on the rear gearbox of Kieran Evans, so it's going to see what we will see what for P4. He's actually using the battery a bit, going a little bit, going into turn 1, going to turn 1, 2. Titan will look to squeeze Kieran off. Kieran has to hit the curbs a little bit, actually gets better than Titan as they're going to keep going wheel to wheel. The yellow flag, that is the Doggo on the AlphaTauri Grand Prix for him. Unfortunate to see, but it seems like Titan and Kieran are still going to the second chicane, and Kieran just lets Titan through. Titan right now is on the move on to get this podium.
Gary's really starting to find his rhythm now. He's barely using his DRS. He looks clean coming out of all his corners. And he's starting to full talk man.
Yeah, penalties, I wonder if I would have to make assumptions as that, because every time I've said that, most of these penalties that can be removed have been removed. So it's going to look like all these penalties are probably going to be removed. But it seems like we're having another DRS train start to form, and there it is, the drag reduction system. You gain 5 miles an hour if you're American, 10 kilometers an hour if you're literally anyone else on the globe, because us Americans simply are special. But it seems like the DRS train will start out with Titan and McLaren, and we go down to Kieran, DXD, Ron, and Ardell, and that will conclude our little DRS train that we have for the second time. The DRS have been activated, and now we're just waiting for everyone to wait for it to pop up on our screen here. Give it 3 seconds. There it is, the drag reduction system, and it's about to be activated right there. And now it begins. Like I said, we call this the DRS train. So now we're going to see everyone packed up together because that's what a train is. Well, lap 17 and 27 was completed. 16, we're trying to complete lap 27, which we are. Leaders is actually Taco. Oh, that's actually 3 seconds for both Woofy and Butted Bunny, I believe that was. But Gary does not have the DRS, but Taco does. So it seems like Taco is going to gain on Gary and will possibly be able to pass him. But the question is, if he's not able to get that penalty removed, will he get the 5-second gap that he needs to win this Grand Prix?
We have Ardell and Swanson coming down into the first corner, and wheel, nice and clean. Ardell got through, kept the lead.
Yep, but the battle for P4 is starting to shape up as actually Kieran is starting to use the battery a little bit. He's actually at 5%, so he has no battery at all. Titan is also flashing. He's at 16, so it seems like all these guys are trying to keep themselves out of this DRS train or even past one another. So it seems like we're going to have an exciting battle right now. Is actually Ardell does not actually he did not have DRS, but now he does. So this little DRS train gets to live another day. As actually Kieran Evans is looking for a move on Titan. Going through Scar, will he be able to keep Big clean? Yes, he will. He pinches Titan off, and Titan has to give up. As actually Kieran goes wide, and that will allow Titan and DXD probably. Will DXD get them both here? They're going wheel to wheel. All of them are flashing except for the Alfa Romeo DXD keeping it clean. DXD will have the advantage on Titan because Titan will not have the DRS, and DXD is actually going wheel to wheel even before the DRS zone. If you pop up on our screen, he gets the DRS now. They're keeping it clean. DXD's through. Now Karen's going to be through. Ardell's going to be through, and they're actually going. Are they going 3 wide again? Oh no, they're going 3 wide. Oh, will that be any contact? No, there's not.
Ardell got through everybody from just to 5th place.
Yeah, very ambitious move, but clean nonetheless. As Kieran is actually going at it again. Ardell blocking essentially. This isn't NASCAR, boys. Oh, he just went to the moon.
He did Evel Knievel off of that ramp.
I squealed a little bit when I saw it. Man went to the moon. I'm so glad we were able to get that on stream, where I believe I'm the first person to catch someone going to the moon with that little curb ramp. That allows Ron to get into P6, and that actually breaks the DRS train as going through Scary, trying to catch up to DXD, and DXD's already pulled away by a whole second as Titan and Kieran Evans are still going.
El Taco Man's pulled within 2.5 tenths. Let's see if he gets hard on the. Not using any ERS, just using the DRS. And he's going to keep alongside of him on the outside. No, he backed off.
Yeah, while we were focusing on all that, the battle for the lead has been heating up between the two. It seems like both Mercedes power engines of Aston Martin and Mercedes are going to be going at it as Bad Bunny and Stig are going at it for P10 as Stig is, he got forced off into the gravel and he spins off a little half spin but is able to keep it clean as never mind he hit the wall. Unfortunate for the AlphaTauri guys, so they're not having a good race for the Constructors' Championship and drivers. Anyway, back to the lead between Gary and Taco. Taco, like I said, in qualifying has had a bad shape lately for the past 6 or 7 races, but he's able to look at turn it around. Excuse me, I'm saying random words right now. You're gonna have to mind me, at least for now, until I can able to get back in the commentator's groove. Being 2 weeks off and spending time with family, and you need to go back to commentating, it is not fun. But back to the race now. Taco almost half a second behind Gary. We'll probably try and look for the move. He actually gets a better exit, gains half a tenth or so. We'll get the DRS. He's using the battery. He's already 3 tenths behind. He's going to use all of it. Just backs off of the ERS. He's going to look on the outside. Will he be able to get around Gary? They're both deep on the brakes. Oh no, Gary! Gary hits the curb a little bit. Makes his car squirrel all over the place. Taco is now ahead of this Grand Prix. Will Gary be using his battery to get back around Taco? We're going to have to see as we go on board. As he's actually getting the slipstream, he's going to be quicker as he actually lifts off. And he is trying to get back around Taco here in a quick lap or so.
Gary needs to go a couple of laps here. See, now we're getting close to the and build his battery back up. Run.
But while we were gone, Titan is actually back around Ron, so it seems like Titan has had the pace in this Grand Prix. Just misfortune has just costed him and some incidents, as actually Dixie, Ardell, and Rage are actually shaping up a little battle here, as Gary is actually on the rear gearbox of Taco. So it seems like Gary will be looking for a move once again. It seems like whoever is in the back between these two will get DRS, which is obvious, but the question is, will he be able to get around him this time?
His battery, so he's just biding his time. Letting the DRS work for him to keep tied up against his gearbox.
Yeah, he actually lifted off when he had the DRS a little bit, so he's going to have to, at least in my opinion, he's going to have, if he's going to pull that strategy, he's going to have to get at least very close to him to look for a move at like around lap 24, 25. Is actually Rage is in the pit lane for the mediums. So our podium is Taco, Gary, and Ardell, but probably penalties, at least for now, it'll be Gary. It'll be Gary, Ardell, and DXD, I believe. I'm not sure, but we're going to have to wait and see. But between these two for P3 or maybe even P2, at least for the time being, as Gary will get DR on Taco. So it seems like he's going. Oh, actually, he's looking for a move. He's on the grass, pulling in Alex Albon and spinning. Yes, very bold to say the least. But now it will be Taco, who's at 90% battery, and Gary at 35. Big battery difference, which will help determine the outcome of this Grand Prix. Is actually DXD's on the rear gearbox of Ardell as well. So we're having a double battle for podium and the win right now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these two as well. Taco will get DRS once again on Gary. Will Taco be looking for a move? He's looking on the outside. DXD, Ardell, but battle for the lead as they're going wheel to wheel coming out of the first chicane. They're keeping it clean. They're going wheel to wheel as Ron gets around Titan. This yellow flag, that is Stink, I believe. Kieran gets around Whiffy for P7, and Gary is able to hold off Taco for the lead, at least for right now. But knowing how this Grand Prix has been going, it's going to flip-flop between the two. As Ardell gets a 3-second time penalty, which will be crucial to the end of this Grand Prix, as Taco is at max 100% battery, so he definitely has advantage between the battery, between Taco, between himself and Gary. As we're going through Ascari, once again, it seems like we're actually near the end of this Grand Prix. This race has gone by very quickly, but Taco gonna use a slipstream. Actually, he's gonna get a slipstream. Will he look for a move right here? No, he will not. He's going to stay behind Gary. He's going to wait until the DR straight and look for a move once again.
He's on the battery.
He has a slipstream on the battery. He's going to use it.
He's
and he's just going to fly by him.
And he does.
Yep, as Yitago sets a fast lap, it's Grand Prix for 22.5. As Ardell is back around DXD once again.
Whoa,
as actually Ardell hits the curb.
Taco, man. Gary go right by him.
Yes, and something I have noticed is that, Taco, Gary got back around Taco.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Did we miss something? Oh.
Yeah, coming out of the very first chicane, Taco lost track and immediately ghosted. Gary went right through him.
Yes, that'll actually help out Ardell a little bit. Only 2 seconds now behind, so it seems like those two are going to have to work together if they want even to have a shot at this front two. But it's going to be a very difficult task between the two to even do it. And Stig actually steals the fastest lap from his teammate for 21.8. As Taco still has the battery advantage. Had to use it a little bit to catch up to Gary. Gary at 30, Taco at 70. Taco's on the rear gearbox once again. He's going to get DRS on him. And he's just going to blow by him, really, once again. On the battery, once again, he's going to look down on the inside this time. Does not use any battery, and he's back ahead. And DXD is also back ahead of Ardell as well. So it seems like this battle between the front four is just flip-flopping.
It's definitely become an energy-saving DRS race.
Yes, with energy saving, at least between third and fourth, it is DXD's favor with Ardell only at 6% and DXD at 50. Gary at 30 ERS. Taco is at 75. Seems like DXD is going to have to pull something out of his hat, really, to get the DRS between Gary and Taco, and even pull is now we have coming to 2 laps, now exiting sector 2. So this race has flown by, to say the least, and I'm just glad that I was able to commentate this Grand Prix because it has been a great one. Tier 3 never disappoints me.
Only when I was driving in it. Other than that, no, never disappointed.
As a driver, it's easy to be disappointed, but as a commentator, it's hard to be disappointed. Something, 2 laps left in this Grand Prix now. Taco is almost barely not able to get Gary out of his DRS. If he's able to get Gary out of his DRS, I would have to say this race is all but over, at least provisionally on track, because it will be Gary taking the win unless something happens to him. DXD will be P2, and it depends on penalties here. Let's look at penalties. Ardell with 3, Taco with 5. He'll probably try and get that removed. Bad Bunny with 6, Woofy with 8, Rage with 8, Stig with 6, and both avatars with 6, so Taco makes an attempt to get this removed. If he does get it, I think the podium will stay how it is right now. As actually DXD has pulled Ardell out of his DRS, actually hasn't. But anyway, back to this win for the Grand Prix situation at this point. Unless these two crash, I believe it's going to be down to these two, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see as we actually went through Scary for the second to last time. Now we're going to go through Parabolica. Now DRS detection zone. Gary will easily get this, as I'm going to bring my spectator view up to here in case something does happen. But now we're coming to the final lap of this Grand Prix. It's going to be down between these two. Gary has the DRS. Will he? The question be if he's going to start weaving. Yes, he is. Taco does weave. Gary actually, ow, that's how quick his car has been with the slipstream. Actually hits the curb a little bit. They're both in first gear. Taco shows him out a little bit. Oh no! Taco with a huge snap. Now Gary is going to have the slipstream, but he doesn't have the battery. He uses his last DRS detection to his advantage. As he now going through the second chicane for the final time. Taco misses the first pit a little bit. Gary hits it perfectly. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice right now, but Taco trying to give as much to the air as he can. Gary, gonna all down this front straight. I don't think it's gonna be enough, unfortunately, unless he gets a lot of speed. He's using it all. He's going through score for the final time. Taco being very cautious. Gary using all the traction and all the curves that he can. He's using all his battery. So is Taco. Taco's gonna be weaving, at least for provisionally, at least for right now. Go through Parabolica for the final time. And now going through Parabolica. Taco is not the bestest, but coming across the line, he's gonna win the Italian Grand Prix. But provisionally, that will be Gary. P2 will be DXD, and Taco will round up third. Ardell P4, Titan P5, We're on P6. Oh, that's actually contact. Bad Bunny is around. Is he gonna... He's gonna have to flip the car back around or just do that. He needs to hurry though. If he wants P9, he has to hurry, get the car back around. He's gonna be able to do it though. I don't think he'll have any worries. He'll cross the line P9, Kieran P7, Woofy P8, Buff, Bad Bunny P9. As that is a 10-second time penalty for Yeet Doggo, which I do not believe he deserves that for trying to get back on track. Jigsaw Rage P10 in the Alpine will come across the line P10 unless he's doing a fastest lap attempt. Let's see if he gets it. No, he does not. Stig P11. It'll be Potato P12. Whew.
There won't be any fastest lap. Potato got on lap 26, so no extra points for anybody in the top 10.
Oh, that's a... Oh, I'm not going to question it, but anyway. Wow, a very exciting end to this Grand Prix. My voice is dead. It's going to be dead even more. Let's go.
Well deserved. Driver did an excellent job. Now he comes out on his horse. He wants to show everybody.
Wow. We're going to have to get our podium guys in here. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Thank you. There you go. Getting our podium finishers in here. I believe I will have to actually restart my game unless... Whew. Yes,